In this video, we're going to learn how to convert metric units, and this method is moving the decimal over. Our first problem, we want to convert 40.3 CG to G. So you should have your metric prefixes memorized by now, but let's just go over that real quick. C stands for centi, which means 1/100th. So in this method, we want to use that mnemonic device that I taught you. King Henry died by drinking chocolate milk. So that's kilo, hecto, deca, base unit, deci, centi, milli. So in this one, which letter are we starting at? Well, our first unit here is centigram, so we're starting at C. And where are we ending? So we want to go to G. What does G mean? Well, G is a base unit. It's just the gram. We know that because there's no prefix here. So we are going to base unit. So we're going to end up moving the decimal over from C to B. And how many places is that? Well, we do not count the one that we start on. So we go 1, 2. In this one, we want to end up moving the decimal 2 places that way. Let's rewrite our number down here. So we want to move the decimal over 1, 2. So the decimal ends up there. So we end up with the number 0.403. What this tells us is that 40.3 centigrams is the same as 0.403 grams. We're going to do 4 more problems. Let's write out our metric prefixes, the mnemonic device. So in this one, we're going from where to where? Well, we start out at K. And where are we going to? Well, we're going to base unit again. The meter is a base unit. We know that because there's no other letter here. There's no prefix. So now we just have to count how many times we move the decimal over. So remember, you don't count the one that you start on, so you go 1, 2, 3. So you're going to end up moving the decimal 3 places that way. Let's rewrite our number. So we count 1, 2, 3. Those empty spaces, you fill in with zeros. Our decimal ends up right here where I drew that arrow. So what this problem tells us is that 3.1 kilometers is the same as 3,100 meters. Third problem. Let's write out our letters. By the way, anyone remember why this D is capitalized, but this D is not? Well, this D stands for deca, and this D stands for deci. D is our abbreviation for deca, capital D. I would like you to pause the video here to try this problem. Okay, I'm going to assume you've paused the video and tried this problem. Where are we going here? Well, we're going from M, that's our first prefix, And where are we ending? Well, L stands for liter. It's a base unit. We know that because there's no other letter here. There's no prefix. So again, we are going to B. So we're going from M to B. And by how many places do we want to move the decimal? So remember, you don't count the one that you start on. So we go 1, 2, 3. So we're going to end up moving the decimal 3 spots that way. Let's rewrite our number. Now you should know that when you don't see the decimal in a problem, it's always at the end of the number. So the decimal starts there, and we want to go 3 places that way. So we go over 1, 2, 3. Decimal ends up where I drew that arrow. So what this problem tells us is that 7,705 milliliters is the same as 7.705 liters. Problem number 4. Again, I'd like you to pause the video to try this problem. Okay, I'm going to assume you've paused the video and have tried it. I'm going to write out our letters here. Which letter are we starting at? We are starting at C, and we are ending at H. So we're moving the decimal over that way. How many places is that? So we're going over 1, 2, 3, 4 places. Let's rewrite the number. Again, decimal starts at the end of the number. So you go over 1, 2, 3, 4. Decimal ends up here. Okay, these empty spots you fill in with zeros. So you end up with 0.0021. So what this problem tells us is that 21 centimeters is the same as 0.0021 hectometers. Last problem. Again, I'd like you to pause the video to try it on your own. Okay, I'm going to assume you've paused it and tried it. Let's write out our letters. Where are we starting here? Well, we're starting at K, and we're going to capital D. Make sure you are distinguishing between your lowercase and capital D's. So we're going that way. And how many places is that? So we don't count the one we start on. So we go 1, 2. So we are going to end up moving the decimal 2 places that way. So 2.78, just rewriting the number. Decimal starts here, and we move it over 1, 2. So we end up with 278. What that means is that 2.78 kilograms is the same as 278 decagrams. I hope you know more about unit conversion now.